Hello, today I want to introduce you to Ryvit, a comprehensive toolkit for development on Soroban and the Stellar network. Our goal is to simplify complex tasks that are currently time-consuming and costly, from TTL management to event monitoring and function execution. One of the biggest challenges of Soroban contracts deployed before Protocol 23 is that they don't benefit from the new auto bump feature and their data has TTL. If TTL is not extended, the data expires, and critical information is lost. Finding all data keys, checking TTL, and performing extend or restore operations manually is not only time-consuming but also highly error-prone. This problem becomes even bigger when a contract has a large amount of data. This is where Ryvit comes in. When you register a contract with us, Ryvit discovers all of its permanent data, monitors TTLs, and automatically performs extend or restore operations. You can have manual control or enable the auto-renew option so that everything is extended without your intervention. Even when a contract has a large number of keys, Ryvit intelligently manages transactions and splits them into smaller batches to prevent any errors. Simply put, there is no longer any worry about data loss or contract expiration. Everything is secure, automated, and reliable. This feature makes a real difference, especially for projects that are large or data-intensive. Fetching events of a contract usually requires constant RPC polling, which is costly, rate-limited, and may result in missing some events. Handling this is truly challenging. Ryvit completely solves this problem. You just need to register your endpoint once, and from that moment on, all events are sent directly and instantly to you. Even if your service goes temporarily offline, Ryvit stores all events and resends them once the service is back online, so no data is lost, and there's no need to worry about costs or infrastructure complexity. This advantage, compared to public RPC services that have rate limits and data gaps, is a key differentiator. Don't worry about security either. We sign and verify data using private and public keys. Calling contract functions is also usually complex. You need to know the full structure of the functions, convert inputs to the correct type for the contract, build and sign the transaction, and decode the output. Even a small mistake can break the entire transaction, and fixing it is time-consuming. Ryvit simplifies this process. We automatically detect functions and types, inputs are serialized, the transaction is built and signed, and the output is provided in decoded and raw format. Through the dashboard, executing a function is possible with one click, and even ready-to-use TypeScript code for one-line function calls in your project is generated. A ready-to-run project for calling all your deployed contract functions is also provided. This not only saves time but significantly reduces human errors. There's no longer any need to write server-side code for calling your deployed functions. Even when basic tools exist, teams usually spend weeks connecting TTL, events, and function calls to their application. This is repetitive work and a primary source of bugs, especially for new developers. Ryvit does this for you and additionally provides a ready-to-use SDK and NPM package that includes function wrappers, type decoders, transaction builders, event routing, and project execution with Servio. By installing the package, your team can start developing applications immediately without wrestling with API, manual type conversion, or RPC complexities. On top of all this, Ryvit has a clean and user-friendly dashboard that allows management of TTL, events, and function calls without a single line of code. This means not only developers, but also product teams and non-technical users can directly monitor and manage processes, aiding in fast decision-making. In summary, Ryvit is not just a tool, it's a complete platform. Contracts no longer expire unexpectedly, events are never lost, developer productivity increases, and non-technical users also have operational control. Our dedicated infrastructure includes Node, RPC, Horizon, and a private indexer, ensuring fast and continuous access to Stellar and Soroban. This infrastructure increases speed and guarantees no data loss, even for large and data-intensive projects like DeFi and NFT, which can operate without worrying about network limitations or data loss. Ryvit also takes into account the current limitations of the ecosystem. We have tools that compete with public RPCs and ensure that data is recorded in real time, transactions are processed quickly, and events are not lost even if services go offline. Ryvit is designed for all actors in the Soroban ecosystem, from core developers to DeFi and NFT projects, infrastructure providers, and product teams that want insight and control without coding. Even newcomers to the Stellar community who need simple and fast tools can benefit. In the future, Ryvit plans include a public API and open SDK, event delivery via RabbitMQ alongside webhooks, collaboration with DeFi and NFT projects, advanced transaction monitoring, and even a Telegram bot for instant notifications. Using our dedicated infrastructure publicly for developers, and in Grafana will also be available. We aim to identify complex problems in interacting with contracts and integrate their solutions into a single toolset. If Ryvit is useful to you, support us in the Stellar Community Fund and check out the Ryvit demo at ryvit.app. Together, we can make smart contract development faster, safer, and more accessible.